Now 46 and living with her family in a house overlooking the Hudson River, Merchant says it took her a long while to come to poetry, and only then through its sounds and rhythms.
Poetry comes alive to me through recitation. Even when I was working on this project, some of the poems, when I read them the first time, I couldn't comprehend the meaning, and I couldn't really understand the structure, the internal rhythms and rhymes.
Till you hear it out loud.
I would have to recite it,
out loud.
speak it, hear the words, and feel the words in my mouth.
See they're clearing the sawdust course for the girl in...
For the album, Merchant included works by well-known poets like Robert Graves and E.E. Cummings, and by a number of lesser-known writers, including Charles Carroll and Lydia Huntley Sigourney. The poems range from serious meditations, Gerard Manley Hopkins' famous Spring and Fall explaining death to a child, to silly ditties.
Oh, it's fiddle-dee-dum and fiddle-dee-dee.
Like The Dancing Bear by Albert Bigelow Paine, which evokes a gypsy camp.
The organ grinder came to town with a jolly old bear and a coat of brown.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun.
That's really great. I mean, something I wanted to convey to people is that poetry doesn't, you know, part of the reason I was so late to coming to poetry is because I thought I had to be serious. And that I just, you know, oftentimes I don't understand, and I lack depth. I must just lack depth. I don't understand. But a poet transports you to a place where you can experience what they saw, what they felt, what they smelled, what they touched.
Janitor's very boy. Janitor's very boy.
Musically, Merchant reached to many genres, trying to match each poem with an appropriate style. She also reached out to other musical stars for help, including jazz trumpeter Wynton Marsalis, for the poem The Janitor's Boy by Natalie Crane.
And on the day that we sail, I will leave a little note for my parents. I hate to know.
I felt that to really convey childhood through these poems and all aspects of childhood, we had to address the loss of innocence and the passage into the next phase of life. So Innocence and Experience, the Charles Cosley poem, is about this boy standing on the quay, talking to the sailor, offering him a silver penny and an apricot tree.
Had a silver penny and an apricot tree, and he said to the sailor on the white quay, Sailor, oh sailor, will you bring me if I give you my penny and my apricot tree?
And the sailor never comes back because a war breaks out, and the boy waits and waits.
Where is the sailor with the bold red hair, and what is that volley in the bright air?
It's about disillusionment and, you know, confrontation with the more harsh realities of life. And as a parent, growing up.
While this project began for her daughter, it's clearly also done something important for Merchant as well.
I started talking about the plan to age gracefully in this field 15 years ago.
You were already thinking about how am I going to...
I could see my future. And I was like, I'm going to be shaking my booty when I'm 55. That's not what I'm doing. I need to come up with a way. And there's so much music that I've wanted to write and I've been interested in, that didn't really fit into a pop album format. And now's my time to start exploring and carrying through on those visions.
Natalie Merchant begins an international tour of her newest works later this spring.
And pass all the time I can spare from my meals in